Do you enter the markets with no coherent path or narrative to justify your trade decisions, hoping to consistently nail your trades? Well, this is actually killing your potential profits. You have to get your market analysis on point, ASAP. Armed with the best tools, you can relax, knowing that simplicity is the name of the game in these unsparing markets.
Take a look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, where's price coming from and where is it likely to go next? We will explore examples on the US30 live chart, where capitalizing on high-probability trade setups can yield massive gains using epic tools. Tools designed to facilitate the decision-making process after analyzing the charts and establishing the directional bias for the next phase of the market. Let's get started. This is US30 1-hour time frame, where we can clearly see an uptrending market with price peaking on July 3rd, 2025. We then begin to observe a bearish sentiment where price failed to make a higher high and causes a shift in market structure. Scrolling across the chart, we can see a series of lower highs and lower lows at this pullback phase of the uptrending market. As the market opened and rallied on Friday, July 18th, note how the previous day high is breached, where price held after the market retraces to this level. We then get a further upward move, a move that takes out the July 15th high marked here, all within the price gap displayed above, which falls within a premium zone, a region that is valid for short sells. Note how price failed to breach the distal level of the price gap during the London session, immediately rejecting that level with a massive bearish candle after purging the liquidity, resting above the July 15th high. This is indicative of a potential turning point in the market, where we will now drill down to the 5-minute time frame to observe price action. Assuming the market analysis is valid, we can expect the market to then drop to a discount zone before the resumption of the prevailing uptrend as previously established. Here on the 5-minute time frame, we can now make informed decisions based on our market analysis, armed with the narrative we created. Now, note where the rejection of the hourly time frame price gap occurred. That is at the London range high. What follows is the first sell signal that triggered within the marked key zone at 10:10 GMT plus 2. Note the trigger times for all the subsequent sell signals as they are being marked here. Moments later, you can clearly see we got a further downward move. Let's now mark this level and examine each of these sell signal moves, annotating them accordingly, measuring from either the trigger bar open or the next bar open to obtain the maximum gains. That's a staggering 335-point move with a negligible drawdown of 3 points for the first sell signal. An epic dynamite signal worth catching right there. Let's proceed with the remaining sell signals to see what they also have to offer. This epic 100% non-repaint indicator is so versatile, suitable for not just quick scalps, but if you are in it for the long haul, it's got you covered too. It is also applicable to a wide variety of markets, live chart videos of which can be found on the channel pages. Demonstrations of the non-repainting feature of the indicator are covered in our playlist videos, which squeezed a shocking 475 trade moves out of US30 in 1 month. Now, here comes the big question. As you watch this walkthrough video, would you say market analysis is your forte? Can you create a sound narrative based on your analysis as you approach the markets? Can you nail this like a pro if given the opportunity in our free upcoming TTAC live sessions? Drop your answers and views in the designated comment section below this video. Whoa! We can see the latest sell signal has offered a massive 189-point move so far with a negligible drawdown of 3 points, measuring from the next bar open. Yet another dynamite signal delivered right before your naked eyes. Moments later, we get a further market down thrust from our previously marked level, an additional 51 points for the preceding sell signals that were examined early on, triggering 2 more sell signals, one at 1905 and the other at 1920 as seen here. As the market approaches the discount zone indicated on the hourly chart, you do not want to overstay your welcome when in short sell positions based on these sell signals. Taking our market analysis into account, the dominant trend is an uptrend and our narrative grants us the opportunity to ride the change in momentum downwards until price reaches the next opposing structure levels within a discount zone for the resumption of the uptrend. The first latecomer sell signal has offered a massive 102-point move with a drawdown of 14 points. And the second one, an impressive 90-point move with a negligible drawdown of 4 points. For latecomers, this is awesome. Let's mark this level formed by the 1925 candle bar and update the preceding sell signal moves accordingly, in anticipation of a change in momentum from this opposing key zone. That's a whopping 242 points for our second dynamite signal, still with a negligible drawdown of 3 points, delivered right before your naked eyes. These are impressive moves overall. Let's not ignore our first dynamite signal that triggered at 10:10 following the rejection of the hourly timeframe price gap shown in the previous segment of this video. That first sell signal, which stood at 335 points, now updates to 386 points with this latest 51-point market down thrust. Here is a recap. Analyze the charts with precision and establish a directional bias for the next phase of the market. Create a sound narrative based on your analysis. Drill down to a lower time frame to observe price action. Focus solely on trade signals that are consistent with the directional bias. The helper tools will assist you in navigating and exiting the charts unscathed. Just keep it simple and you'll nail your trades like nobody's business, provided you're equipped with the all-too-important risk and trade management skills that truly matter. Now, are you wondering what happened after price reached the opposing key levels within the discount zone highlighted on the hourly chart? Well, this is a quick video recording showcasing what the bulls had in store for you. We're talking precision, as shown here, where the market turning point coincides with our marked level formed by the 1925 candle bar right on the live chart. You can see the downward momentum waned after the run of this low, resulting in a rejection of this significant zone. Having switched to the Bulls tab, we now watch price action to identify telltale signs of a bullish sentiment. Note how price went through a consolidation phase, with an abrupt move that emerged from the zone and a subsequent retest and rejection of that region, sending price soaring with a vengeance. Again, this is when you know your analysis is on point, tied to a well-founded narrative, thereby facilitating your trade decisions based on the signals generated. We can see the buy signals that triggered right here, all of which evidently offered phenomenal moves with little to no drawdown. With this tried and tested approach, you can now apply this rinse and repeat technique by focusing solely on these buy signals with the resumption of the uptrend until the market reaches a higher time frame opposing key zone. This way, you're invariably on the right side of the market, nailing these high-probability trade setups like a pro. Note that whilst an ideal entry should be based on buy signal 4, after the abrupt move from the consolidation zone and subsequent pullback, aggressive traders tend to base their entries on the preceding buy signals. This may stem from having a degree of certainty that price is not likely to revisit the previously rejected zone after the liquidity purge. Discretion should, nonetheless, be exercised in these scenarios as the markets are fundamentally erratic. Moreover, if you take a closer look at Signal 4, which triggered at 1:15 on Monday, July 21st, a buy entry at the next bar open offered a massive 294-point move with absolutely zero drawdown by 2000 hours. All times, GMT +2. Yet another dynamite signal move worth waiting for and catching in a timely fashion. Awesome. Now, as per our market analysis, the resumption of this dominant uptrend should eventually see price making a higher high, which means we can expect the liquidity resting above the July 3rd high shown on the hourly chart to be taken out at the very least. Armed with this well-founded narrative, any price drops to key levels could be perceived as retracements that offer opportunities for high probability buy trade setups in a bid to maximize profits. Be sure to check out our channel pages and all our playlist videos to gain further insight into our epic tools and strategies. You will also find live chart videos on a wide variety of markets. Slap this phenomenal indicator onto any instrument of your choice, and it will always spell out consistency, be it scalping, day trading, or swing trading. Whichever floats your boat, or dare I say, your yacht. Watch our entire video series to examine the indicator thoroughly, and you'll never look back. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, give it a like, comment, share with others, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell to be notified of future videos and the upcoming free TTAC live sessions. See you in the next one.